go back for a minute and talk about just a few years back when you were closing the 500 transactions a year. You mentioned earlier you were in a different market. It was more of a normal, traditional market. You were buying your business through heavy advertising. In order to close 500 transactions, how many people did you have running around?
At our peak, we had 54.
What were those 54 people doing?
I had 17 buyer agents. I had 3 listing agents. And we had it broken up. I mean, all they did is list. I mean, each of my listing agents sold over 100 houses a year, or listed over 100 houses a year, and most of them all sold. And the rest were just staff. I had a marketing team of 4. I had 4 people in one room, and we were doing 500 postcards a day. We were doing 25 television commercials would come out every single day. I mean, there was just an incredible amount of care that went into everything, and it was fast. I mean, we'd get a call on a Wednesday, have to go out that same day or the next day, list it that day, and put it on the market that Friday, and in the meantime make incredible glossy brochures and get ads run and everything. It takes a lot of people to do that with that sort of speed. I also had a mortgage company, I had a title company. That was a lot of fun. I mean, we had a lot of people. And it kind of goes back to what you said about, you know, the difference in net. Here's the big difference. See, when the market changed, right, I think our overhead was over $200,000 a month, right? $250,000, something like that, right? You can do that to, you know, 70. If we made 25%, 75% of $5 million is obviously $3.5 million. So $3.5 million is almost $300,000, right? So we were spending over $300,000 a month. Now, the big difference between, okay, now we have a small team with low overhead, but the net is the same. Before we had a big team with high overhead and the net the same. The big difference is the monkey, right? There's a monkey, a $300,000 a month monkey that if something shifts, right, and you go from 30 settlements or 40 settlements a month to 20, you lose, right? And that nobody likes that feeling. You know what I mean? So you lose money. I don't have that monkey now. And although we make a lot less, there's a certain risk that doesn't exist. If I had a month next month with no settlements, it wouldn't be a big deal at all. And before, I mean, we went from, our units dropped one year by 35%, they dropped the next year by 35%, and the next year by 30%. I fired 22 people in 1 year. You know, and that was very stressful. You know, I probably lost 5 years of my life in that 1 year just downsizing. So that's the big difference. The big difference now is I don't have that huge risk. I'm not going to lose anything. You know, I'm not going to lose it all. It's like being in a gambling at a craps table or whatever. It's the same thing as taking all your money off the table and cashing out and going back to your room and watching TV. It's a smart thing to do when you're winning.